The year is 1992, and the box office is just littered with hit after hit after hit with movies like Aladdin, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, Wayne's World, A League of Their Own, and so many others. One of those movies at the top of the box office is our topic for today. For episode 2 of 10 Things You Didn't Know, we cover Batman Returns. Batman Returns is a movie that is totally underrated. Some might even say it's superior to the original Batman from 1989. So with that being said, let's get to our top 10 things you didn't know about Batman Returns. Number 10. According to casting director Marion Doherty, Tim Burton was reportedly uncomfortable casting Christopher Walken. When she asked why, he said, "Because that man scares the hell out of me." However, Burton was able to overcome his fears for Batman Returns and then would team up again with Walken for the 1999 film Sleepy Hollow. Number 9. Danny DeVito was advised by good friend Jack Nicholson to take the role of the Penguin. Not only is the Joker one of the most beloved roles of Jack Nicholson's career, but he has reportedly made upwards of $100 million in merchandising in total film earnings as part of his deal. Number 8. Michelle Pfeiffer said during an interview that her Catwoman costume was vacuum sealed. Once she was fitted into it for the scene, she had only a short amount of time to perform her scenes before she would become lightheaded and pass out. Number 7. Catwoman has become one of Michelle Pfeiffer's career-defining roles, but before she was cast, Annette Bening was chosen first. After she was forced to quit the film due to pregnancy, a host of famous actresses went for the part, including Jennifer Jason Leigh, Madonna, Cher, Bridget Fonda, Susan Sarandon, and Sean Young, who lost the role of Vicky Vale in Batman due to a horse riding injury, and she was forced off of that role, so she went very hard to try and get the Catwoman role, but unfortunately for her, Michelle Pfeiffer won out, and the rest is history. Number 5. Unlike its predecessor, Batman Returns pushed the boundaries of filmmaking in 1992, using computers to assist with the special effects and CGI that would help round out the Penguin army. Even the shield of the Batmobile was CGI. However, Burton didn't totally abandon his roots, as the sequel took up 50% of the lot at Warner Brothers with practical sets, massive matte paintings, and mini cityscapes. Number 4. McDonald's, best known for their Big Macs, McDonald's breakfast, and Happy Meals, were not happy with the backlash they faced from parents who deemed the film unsuitable for children. McDonald's was forced to cut ties and cancel their Happy Meal toy tie-in that featured toy versions of Batman, Catwoman, and Penguin. Toy maker Kenner also piled on and refused to sell the Penguin action figure in Danny DeVito's likeness. The backlash, however, did not slow the film, as it cruised to a record-breaking $47 million opening weekend and was the third highest grossing movie of 1992, getting edged out by Aladdin and Home Alone Part 2 Lost in New York as the 1 and 2 movies of the year. Number 3. There were several different choices to play the Penguin character. Dustin Hoffman was offered but turned it down. Dudley Moore, Marlon Brando, John Candy, Bob Haskins, John Goodman, Joe Pesci, and Christopher Lloyd were all considered for the role before Danny DeVito was cast. It's hard to picture anyone else in this character, so I definitely believe they made the right choice. Number 2. The original idea for Batman Returns was to be a direct follow-up to Batman, which would have returned Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale, Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent / Two-Face, as well as Jack Nicholson as Jack Napier / Joker, and what we would assume would be some type of flashback scene as he's presumed dead at the end of Batman. In this script, Harvey Dent would have been electrocuted at the end of the film by Catwoman, starting the transformation from Harvey Dent to Two-Face. Of course, none of this actually happened. The direct sequel idea was scrapped, and Harvey Dent was replaced with Max Schreck, and none of the other characters appeared. Only Vicky Vale is even mentioned in the film. And the number one thing you didn't know about Batman Returns. A Catwoman spinoff was planned after Batman Returns. This would have assumingly brought back Michelle Pfeiffer into the Catwoman role, and it would have taken her to a resort spa where the bullet hole riddled Selina Kyle would discover the resort is run by superheroes who are up to no good, and that would motivate her to reclaim the Catwoman mantle once more. This doesn't sound like the greatest plot, but if it meant more Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, I'm all in. And I want to thank you guys for being all in for this episode of 10 Things You Didn't Know. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and leave a comment to let us know what film you want us to cover in the future. Also, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications bell to never miss a new episode once it uploads. And you can check out the Back in Time podcast on YouTube, as well as other platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and CastBox. Thanks for listening.